Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, and today is AMI Day 31. So it's AMI Day 31, and it's Tuesday, May 5th, and I don't have any announcements this morning, so we'll go ahead and get started with your AMI work for today. And because today is Tuesday, you're going to choose an option for math, then you'll choose a science option, and then you'll choose one of those specialty activities. So a math option, a science option, and a specialty activity option. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen with you guys, and we will look at the options for math, and then we're going to solve some together. So I'm going to situate my screen. There we go. Okay, so to start off today, you're going to choose an option for math. So option 1 for math says, use the US standard algorithm to solve each of the multiplication equations below. So they want you to use the standard algorithm or the standard method for solving these multiplication problems, but it would still be okay if you wanted to use one of those other methods that we've learned in class. So we've learned the break apart method, we've learned the box method. I'm going to review the box method with you today, and then we will solve one with the standard algorithm as well. So option 1, they want you to solve all those multiplication problems 1 through 10. It tells you to use the standard algorithm or the standard method, but you could also use the box method or the break apart method. Use whatever way helps you to solve it, to solve those 10 multiplication problems. Or you could choose to do option 2 today, which is to log on to iStation Math and work on the math section for 30 minutes. So it gives you this little iStation link to get you to iStation Home, where you can work on iStation from home. Work on iStation Math for 30 minutes. If you're completely finished with iStation Math and you're just playing those games or activities at the end of your iStation, Freckle Math is also an option. I keep forgetting all of them. Freckle Math is also an option. Prodigy is an option. Extra Math, and of course ST Math. So if you're completely done with iStation Math and you're just doing those activities at the end, I would suggest first and foremost to do ST Math. If you don't want to do ST Math, then consider Freckle Math or Prodigy or Extra Math, any of those. And if you need your password for any of those, just message me and let me know and I can get those for you. So that's option 2 for math, or you could choose to do option 3, which is to follow that PBS link, and it'll take you to the math section of the PBS AMI website, and you just follow along there. At the top, it'll say filter by. You click that box, scroll down to 5, select 5 for 5th grade, and you can watch any of those 5th grade videos that they have there, and you'll just do whatever the video asks you to do. Or if you have the PBS television channel, you can watch any of the grade level appropriate programming that they have there on the PBS channel. And then at the back of your AMI packet, if you have the actual packet that you picked up at Tate, attached to the back of it is the PBS packet that has different activities that you can do along with the PBS stuff. So you would just choose a math activity to do from that PBS packet. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to just me, and we're going to go over how to do the box method. So let me situate this so I can see the first problem. So problem number 1, if you choose to do option 1 in math, problem number 1 is 225 times 36. So I went ahead and set up my box for it. I did 225 there on the top, and I just broke it up by place value. Here's my 200, my 20, and my 5 for my 225. And then on the side here, I did my 30 and 6. And so we know what to do with the box method. We're just going to pick a box. I'm going to start with this top corner. And this one is 30 times 200. Well, let's think about it. We know that 3 times 2, let's just focus on these numbers, 3 and 2. We know that 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to put the 6 in my little box. And then let's look at how many zeros we're going to add. There's a 0 here for my 30. And there's 2 zeros here on my 200. So that means I'm going to add 3 zeros to the end of that 6. That's a little math trick to help you know. So 30 times 200 is 6,000. Then you're going to go to this next box, which is going to be 30 times 20. 30 times 20 goes right here. So we know, once again, we know that 3 times 2 is 6. We have a 0 on our 30 and a 0 on our 20, which gives me 600. So 30 times 20 is 600. Then we're going to go to this last box all the way over. 30 times 5 is going to go right there. So let's think about what is 3 times 5. We can count by 5s. 5, 10, holding too much stuff in my hand. 5, 10, 15. 3 times 5 is 15. And then we're going to add that 1 0 from our 30. So it gave us 150. Then we're going to go to this next row. Kind of erase my 6 a little bit with my hand, but it'll be okay. So we're going to start with this box right here. 6 times 200. So let's start by thinking about our 6 times 2. So what is 6 times 2? You can count by 2s. You can use, if you have a multiplication chart at home, or you can look one up. Or like we've done before, we can ask Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, what is 6 times 2?
6 times 2 is 12.
6 times 2 is 12. So you can even use Siri to help you out with your math problems if you don't have a multiplication chart. So I put my 12, but I'm not finished because 6 times 200 does not equal 12. We need to look at our 200. How many zeros does the 200 have on it? It has 2. So we're going to add those 2 zeros to our answer to get 1,200. So 6 times 200 is 1,200. Then we're going to move over to 6 times 20, which goes in this box here. So we know, once again, that 6 times 2 is 12. And our 20 has 1 0 on it. There's no 0 on our 6. There's just 1 0 there on our 20. So we added it there. So 6 times 20 is 120. Then we're going to do our last box, which is going to be 6 times 5. So 6 times 5, we can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 6 times 5 is going to be 30. So that, using the box method, that's how you fill out your box. You write your number out based on place values. So our problem was 225 times 36. So I broke it apart. We have 225 times 30 and 6. And then we just do our boxes. 30 times 200, 30 times 20, 30 times 5. Then 6 times 200 goes here, 6 times 20 goes here, and 6 times 5 goes here. And now that we filled out our box, that doesn't mean that we are finished. Now we take everything that's inside of our box and we're going to add it together. So I'm going to see if I can fit it on the bottom of my board here. I'll write really small. So we add our 6,000 plus our, I'm going to line up my numbers, my big numbers, and our 1,200. Then we had 600, 120, 150, and 30. Whoops. Messed up my 30 there. And our 30. So I'm taking all the numbers from our box. Remember, you take all the numbers from your box. I just lined them all up. I started with the biggest ones and went down to the smallest ones. And I'm going to add them all up. So that first column is 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. That's going to be 0. Then our next row is 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 2, so 5, 6, 7. 7 plus another 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to put our 0, and then we're going to carry. So I'll bring that up there. So then our next row is 1 plus 0, which is going to give us 1, plus 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That 6 gave us 9. Plus another 1 is 10. Plus another 1 is 11. It's okay if you count with your fingers. If you're not that great at mental math, you can use your fingers still. And then our very last row, our very last column is, we carried that. So we have 1 plus 6 gives us 7. 7 plus another 1 gives us 8. That was a bad 8, so I'm going to write our whole answer over here. So our total answer is 8,100. So 225 times 36 gives you 8,100. We solved it using the box method. They want you to use the standard algorithm. You can do that, or you can use the box method or the break apart method. We also learned how to do that. So just choose a method that works for you. It does ask you to use the standard algorithm, so I at least want you to try it, but then again, also try and use those other methods that are easiest for you. So we'll go ahead and we'll review the standard method, the standard algorithm, and we'll do that with number 2. So number 2 on your option 1 today is 58 times 25. So I'm going to write that on my board here. 58 times 25. Okay, 58 times 25. So we're going to start here with 8 times 5. So 8 times 5 is 40. So I'm going to put my 0, and then I'm going to carry the 4 in our 40. I'm going to carry those 4 10s, which is represented by the 4. The 4 10s in our 40 is represented by that 4. So then we have 5 times 5. We know that 5 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5 times 5 is 25. So we know that, and then we're going to do 25 plus our 4. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And we get 29. So we're going to write out our 29. I'm going to mark off the 4 because I know I already used it. And then we need to go down a row, and we're going to have to put that happy 0. Do not forget the happy 0 or the problem will not work. So we need our happy 0 on this next row. Do not forget the happy 0 or you will have a sad teacher. Happy 0 or it will not work. And then you're going to go and you're going to do, so last time we did 8 times 5, so this time we're going to do 8 times, that's a 20. So 8 times 20, it's like doing 8 times 20. So let's think about 8 times 2. What is 8 times 2? Hey Siri, what is 8 times 2?
8 times 2 is 16.
Is 16. So I'm going to put my 6. So I put my 6, and I'm going to carry that 1. That 1 represents one group of 10. That 1 represents a 10. So it's like carrying a 10. Okay, so now we have to do this right here. So that's like 50 times 20. So think about, okay, what is 5 times 2? 5 times 2 is 10. I have, oh, plus our 1 would be 11. And we have nowhere to carry, nothing else to do. So we put the whole 11, and I'm going to mark off the 1 because I know I added it in. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus that 1 is 11. So that's where I got my 11 on there. Now we are completely done with that part. So we have to add these two together. We have to do 290 plus 1,160. So we add our zeros together. 0 plus a happy 0 is still 0. Okay, 9 plus 6. If you don't know what 9 plus 6 is, you can count on your fingers. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. You can double check with Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. What is 9 plus 6?
9 plus 6 is 15.
15, so we put that 5, carry that 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus another 1 is 4. So I put my 4 there. And then on this last row, I'm going to mark off that 1 that I used. I'm going to carry down the 1. Just bring down the 1 on the next one. So your total answer for 58 times 25 is 1,450. Let's double check with Siri. Hey Siri, what is 58 times 25?
58 times 25 is 1,450.
We got it, 1,450. So that's how you do the standard algorithm. When you do the standard algorithm, do not forget to use that happy 0 on that second row, or your problem will not work out and you'll have a sad teacher. So that's option 1 today, is to do those 10 multiplication problems. You can use the box method, you can use the break apart method, or they really want you to do the standard algorithm. So you can do it that standard way. That's really what they want you to do. But if you're struggling with that, remember that we have learned some other methods. We learned the break apart method, we learned the box method, and we reviewed some of those today. So just do 1 through 10 on that, or you can choose a different option for math. So let's go ahead, and after you do math, you're going to choose an option for science. So let's go ahead and look at your options for science together. So let me share my screen again and get everything situated. Okay, let me make it bigger on my end. There we go. So for science, so after you do math, you're going to choose a science option. So science option 1 says, create your own classifying game. Find 10 items around your house/room. Each needs to be no bigger than the size of your shoe. So don't get something that's huge. How they look, feel, smell. Oh, hold on. List all 10 items on a piece of paper based on their observable physical properties. So you're going to think about how they look, how they feel, how they smell, how they sound. Probably not taste. You don't want to put things that you find in your room in your mouth unless it's food. What are some different ways you could sort the items? So find 10 items around your house or your room that are no bigger than your shoe. You don't want to have some huge things. So find 10 items in your house, list them on a piece of paper, and then find different ways that you can sort them. Maybe you can sort them by how they look. Maybe 5 of the 10 things that you find are black. So sort those 5 into the category for black. Maybe the other 5 are all red. So sort those in red. So maybe look at how they look. What color are they? How do they feel? Maybe 3 of your items are soft. So you can put those in a soft category. Or maybe 3 of them are, maybe you have a bunch of slime that you found. So you have some, maybe you have 3 things of slime. So 3 things are slimy, 3 things are soft. You know, so think about that. Think about how you could sort those 10 items. Okay, and then it says sort the items into lists with headings to show how you decided to classify the items. So coarse means kind of, so they give the example of coarse and smooth. Coarse means kind of rough. So something coarse, maybe you found a rock, or then maybe you found something smooth. So paper is smooth. So you're just gonna have little headings. So maybe we said how they look. So you can sort colors has to do with how they look. So maybe you have some red things. So you could say red. Maybe you have some blue things, blue. And maybe you have some black things. I'm going to make my little headers. Okay, so maybe you found a bunch of things. Maybe some things were red, some things were blue, some things were black. So you're just going to create these little headings. And maybe you found a red pen, and you found a blue, let's see, maybe you found a blue pillow, and you found a black hairbrush. So you're just gonna find items in your house and find different ways to categorize them. So I gave the example of categorizing things by color. Color would be categorizing things by how they look, because when we look at something, we see what color it is. Oh, and I erased the word hairbrush with my hand. Left-handed problems, but we fixed it. So if you were to categorize them by look, you could do something like color, because that's something we see about an item. That's a characteristic we see about it. So maybe you found some red items, some blue items, some black items. So maybe you found a red pen, a blue pillow, and a black hairbrush. But maybe you also found a black crayon and a blue Let's see, maybe you found a blue shoe. So these are all things you could find around your house. So you just categorize them. Or maybe you see that you have a bunch of soft items and a bunch of hard items. They use the word coarse to represent hard or rough. So you could say soft. Maybe you have something that's slimy. Maybe you have a bunch of containers of slime. Slimy. And we'll use the word coarse for rough. That's a good scientific word, coarse. Coarse just means rough. And then you would just list things. Maybe you have a soft pillow, a slimy slime. You could write slime on there. Of course, maybe you find a rock or something like that. A soft blanket. A slimy toy. I don't know. Depends on what you find. So you're just going to categorize those things that you find based on their physical characteristics, based on what you can see about them, how they look, how they feel, how they smell. Maybe you have some things that smell like flowers and some things that smell like brownies or something good, or maybe they stink. So you can say smell good, smell bad, and categorize your things, or how they sound. Maybe your things make different sounds. So just think about those physical properties of those items, list your 10 items, and then create headings, and so sort those items into lists with headings. Okay, or, and it says be sure to sort all 10 items at least one way. So make sure all the items can fit under at least one category. Or you could do option 2, which says, think about going with your parents or your family to the grocery store or Walmart. How are items classified and sorted to be sold? So when you go to Walmart or a store, there are different aisles, and each aisle has different things. How are the items at the store sorted? Think about it. Choose a store you have been to many times before. Draw a diagram or floor plan of the store. So think about the store and draw like a floor plan. How does it look inside the store? And label how the store owners have classified and sorted the items to be sold. So if you go into Walmart, one of the first areas is the produce section where they sell all the fruits and vegetables. And then usually behind that on the next aisle is the frozen section. And then usually you have another aisle of the frozen section. And just think about how it goes. How did they sort everything and where did they put everything in the store? Draw a diagram of the store and label where they sell certain things in the store. And it doesn't have to be a grocery store. It could be any kind of store. Label how the store owners have classified and stored the items to be sold. Why do you think the store owner used classifying and sorting in the organization of the store? So why did they put certain things with other things? Why did they sort things the way they did? How does it help the store run? Are there any classifications/sorts you or your family uses in the organization of your home? If so, write at least one. So how do you organize things at your home? How do you sort things? Do you put all the bread items together? Do you put all the chips together? How do you sort things in your home? The kitchen would be a good place to look. So go to your kitchen and look in your cabinets or your refrigerator. Do you sort things in a certain way? Do you put certain things by each other for a certain reason? Why do you do that? So how do you classify and sort things in your home? How have you seen things classified and sorted in grocery stores? So choose one of those options for science today. You only have to choose one, either option 1 or option 2. And then to end your AMI work for the day, you're going to choose a specialty activity to do. So today, if you choose to do PE, you have a couple of options. Option 1 is tiny soccer. So it says, for tiny soccer, you're going to kick paper balls around the room. Try kicking the ball through a goal that you have made, or kick the ball through a sibling's legs. So you can have your siblings stand there with their legs apart, and you can try and kick it through your sibling's leg and use that as a goal. Or maybe you have a laundry basket that you want to set up on one side of the room, and that can serve as your goal. So you're going to get a piece of paper, wad it up, kick it around the room, and see if you can make a goal playing tiny soccer. Or for option 2, it says self-toss and catch paper balls as quickly as possible. Save the paper balls for another day's activity. So if you make a paper ball today for PE and play, Save it for another day's activities because I'm sure you're going to use it again. So for option 2, just make that paper ball, see how many times you can self-toss it and catch it, and see how fast you can do it. How many times can you do it maybe in 30 seconds? How many times can you do it in a minute? Maybe can you do 2 at once? So challenge yourself, see what you can do. That's if you choose to do PE today. If you choose to do music, today you're going to trace the bass clefs, then draw more on the staff below. So yesterday you learned how to draw the treble clef. Now you're going to learn how to draw the bass clef. So first and foremost, it gives you one to trace. So you're going to trace these, and remember it has these little circles on this side. So you're going to trace first, and it gives you 5 of them to trace. And then you're going to practice drawing them on the staff. So these lines right here are called the staff. So it gives you one to trace. So trace along with that, and notice that it doesn't use this bottom line right here. Notice where it is on the staff. And then practice drawing 4 more on that staff. So practice drawing the bass clef and putting it on the staff. So that's if you choose to do music today, or you can choose to do art today, and you have a couple of options. So let's see. So it says option 1, click on the link below to learn all about graffiti lettering and learn how to create your name into a graffiti tag. So, and it's just telling you, these little bullets tell you what you're going to learn if you do that. So today I'll learn about graffiti lettering so I can create thick, bold lettering that has shadow and overlaps to add a sense of space to my artwork. Today I'll learn about color so that I can blend several colors together. Today I'll learn about texture so that I can use paint scraping technique with paint and cardboard to create a brick. So you're just learning, those little bullets are I will learn statements. These are about what you will learn. So you'll learn about graffiti lettering, you'll learn about shadows and overlaps, color and blend, texture. So you're going to learn all those things if you choose to do option 1 today. So what you will need if you choose to do option 1 and learn about graffiti lettering, you're going to need a piece of, it says white sulfate paper. So you're just going to need a piece of white paper. You're going to need a pencil with an eraser. You're going to need a black permanent marker, colored pencils, scissors, and glue, black paint, small cardboard squares. So maybe you have a box at your home, cut a small cardboard square off that box, and it says optional small spray bottle. So maybe you don't have a spray bottle, but that's optional. Optional is to have a small spray bottle. Then, if you have all these things in order to do option 1 today, so you can learn how to do your graffiti name, you will follow this link, and it's going to take you to a little PDF that it's going to explain to you how to do that art activity if you choose to do option 1. But if by chance you don't have those things at home and you can't do option 1, there's also an option 2 that you can choose from for art today. So option 2 for art today is to draw a self-portrait. On your shirt, write your name in fancy letters. So you can use any type of lettering you want, have fun with it, make it cool, make it cute, make it however you want it to look. So on your shirt, write your name in fancy letters. Decorate your shirt with bright colors. So you're going to draw a self-portrait of yourself. And then you are going to draw in your self-portrait. You're going to make sure you have a shirt on in your self-portrait. Or I guess if you're a girl, you could draw a dress. And on that shirt, or maybe that dress, you can write your name. Write it in fancy letters. And then use bright colors to color in your name. And even today, I have my name on my shirt, Team McGee, because my last name's McGee. This was a shirt made when my nephew was in T-ball. So I have a Team McGee t-shirt. So my shirt had my last name on the front. So maybe you're going to write Team and whatever your last name is. So just draw a self-portrait on your shirt, write your name in fancy letters, and decorate it with bright colors. So that's if you choose to do art today and you choose option 2. So all you're going to do today for your AMI work, you're going to choose a math option, choose a science option, and choose one of those specialty activities. So that's all of your AMI work today. If you need help with anything, or you have any questions or need any passwords or anything, please message me and let me know, and I can get those for you. If you need a little extra help, I can still help you. Let me know any questions that you have, any way that I can help you. And as always, remember to stay safe and stay healthy. Remember to wash your hands. And remember that I love you guys and I miss you guys. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you need anything, please let me know. And thank you guys for